And as I said, it's something over the same exact things. It's this flesh sometimes, the greed, the pride. Sometimes it gets too much. And then we begin to forget him. But we need to remember him. Keep him in our hearts. Keep him in our minds. Scripture tells us, as I begin to close, we're going to do this next week and have communion. Scripture says, do this in remembrance of me. Do this in remembrance of me. I find it interesting with that statement that Christ, we have to have a statement in there constantly telling you to remember. As I researched through Scripture, there's several scriptures that talk about remembering. Even when we take communion, Paul says do it often. You know, I believe he says do it often because we just forget. So he has to give us specific instructions. Our God breathed these words in to say, tell my people to do in remembrance of me and do it often. I believe because he knows us. He knows our nature. He knows we'll forget. He knows we get distracted. He knows that everything else sometimes we will put above him, even when we are not thinking that it's happening. So I tell right now as I close that we need to go out, continue to preach and speak his word. We need to tell generation after generation what happened in your time. Don't hide things from folks. Let them know. You see, a song that was just being played said, we can change the world. The way we change it is by keeping up the knowledge. Scripture also tells us that my people lack. They perish for a lack of knowledge. So he knows we lack. The way to combat that and see the glory in his grace and understand it is to share. Share it with the generations. Preach from the mountaintops. Preach in the streets. Whatever your ministry is, speak.